My name is Don Magezi. I am a 28-year-old and my sickle cell genotype is HBSS. So, when did I first discover that I had sickle cell disease? I was 6 months old and I wouldn't stop crying all night till my parents figured out my feet were in pain. My feet and my hands were in pain and a bit swollen. And I guess from then on I subconsciously knew till I was old enough to take care of myself consciously. Like late in my teenage years. How did that make me feel? As I got older, I felt different as I had to remove myself from certain experiences my other friends were going through in university, like camping out, staying up all night, swimming in the ocean, intense sports. As a warrior, has it attracted special or discriminative treatment from people around you? It definitely has. In terms of being discriminated against, those experiences have come mainly in ER rooms. I've been told I was faking my pain so I could get some drugs, or being overdramatic for being loud when shouting or crying in pain. I've had to request different doctors and nurses multiple times because of those comments, or I just had to ignore the comments altogether as I wait to be attended to. What has been your worst episode? What has been my worst episode of a crisis? I once had a crisis in both knees, which was so bad I had to keep getting moved from ER to different hospital ER because they'd give me so much pain medication. They legally could not give me any more until they admitted me. So eventually I was admitted for about 2 months at the last hospital I was transferred to. I also had another bad year, which I spent about 258 days out of 365 days in hospital. How frequently do you experience a crisis? I don't get crises frequently, maybe like once a year or once every 2 years. How do you manage the crisis? Do you go to the hospital or prefer home care? I prefer home care, but if it's hard to manage from home, I definitely prefer to go to a hospital where it can be managed easier and with stronger pain medication. What triggered my last crisis? I had a surgery. I had a hip replacement, so that triggered a crisis for about 5 days. My crisis before that was triggered purely by stress and mental fatigue. How supportive have the people around you been in coping with sickle cell? My family has always been very supportive. I'm not the only child with it in my family. My friends have always been very supportive too. What's a normal day like for you? It's pretty normal. Since I had my hip replacement, which was a constant cause of pain, I've had a pretty regular life compared to someone without sickle cell, I think. Share with us some of your hacks to prevent a crisis. Avoid stress as much as possible, whether work or school. I meditate when I feel stressed. I have to drink at least 3 to 4 liters of water a day. I avoid extreme temperatures, hot or cold, and taking my medication like hydroxyurea, folic acid, and multivitamins daily. Sickle cell disease comes with many limitations. What are some things you've managed to accomplish and achieve that you said you'd never be able to? Competed in very competitive sports till my very early 20s. I remember doctors saying I wouldn't be able to compete in sports at all. That made my teenage years pretty enjoyable. Finishing high school and university without any major complications. Any last words you'd like to share with the public? Yeah, you never really know what anyone is going through, especially when it comes to chronic diseases. So be kind as much as you can, I guess. Everyone's fighting their own battle.